Ben, why is the video late, Ben? Ben.
Right, so it's the last race of our season for Pinkbike racing. We thought we'd celebrate. So yeah, apologies. We went out last night. We're going to keep it short and sweet because we've got to go and get a flight soon. But yes, there was a race and it was fantastic. It was a really good race. Let us begin with the track. That track was a flipping state. Now, I wasn't going to do this, but I actually did a lot of maths, so I actually want to talk about it. 16% of the racers did not start their qualifying and race runs. That's a lot. That's 45 riders who couldn't race because they've probably crashed and injured themselves. Like, I think this track is deteriorated to a state that it is just so physical that riders get so fatigued that they make mistakes. They make mistakes, and usually when you make a mistake on a track like that, you crash and hurt yourself. So I do think it needs to be changed. It needs to be probably moved to a different section of the hill or some fresh sections put in where bits are destroyed. But that is my opinion. You may disagree with me. Let us know in the comments. But on a more positive note, some racers didn't hurt themselves and raced, and it was really cool. We're not going to be able to cover everything, but we did get a few little interviews, a little bit of information. So in the junior women, Gracie Hemstreet finished off a really consistent season on a high, taking the win on that gnarly track. She was super consistent all weekend, really making sense of it, showing that she's an incredibly well-rounded rider. Winning the day, took the overall. She's going to be very excited heading into an elite season next year. And I'm intrigued to see how she does. But then switching over to the junior men, it's pretty boring, not much happened. That's a lie. Lots happened. Jackson Goldston on a heater, fastest at the splits. And if you want to see his run, it's on YouTube. GoPro uploaded the full run. I had to watch. I was impressed. That kid goes fast. And yeah, looked like he could potentially be on for the win. And right at the bottom, the Sam Hill corner, that left-hander in the open, just washed the front, bar into the ground, snapped his bar off. And then he got quite upset, understandably. Some choice words were shouted as he crossed the line. And yeah, honestly gutting for the dude. It's a shame to end the season like that, but dude, like, he's clearly got what it takes. We are going to see him winning races for a long time to come. So yeah, that was exciting. But then who's the other one we always talk about? Oh,
Jason.
That guy. It's a
George Williamson.
Jim.
George Williamson.
He wrote Saracen. George.
Is his name Madison?
William Saracen. He held it together, and he did the fastest time of the weekend by a good bit. Like, Jordan, it's unreal to see the consistency of him through the year, like always putting in fast times in qualifying, solid run, race run, just laying it down when it matters. Super consistent, really cool to see. And yeah, what a time to take the final race of the year. Again, don't want to put pressure on people moving up into elite, but it's not out of the question that we see one of these two win a World Cup in their first year. It's a totally different ball game, and there's loads of different pressure involved, and we don't know, but yeah, unreal. I've never seen a stronger junior category.
That was good. I really enjoyed that. Really enjoyed that. That was great fun. Couldn't have finished juniors in a better way. I got the jersey which is fast. I'm sure that's just giving me an extra boost. Sorry for the swearing, but yeah, insane, stoked.
So yeah, there was a lot of debate about who was going to take the overall in the women's category, and it was like, oh, if Miriam wins, and then Camille would have to finish 9th or lower, or if Valley wins, it'd have to be like 5th or lower, and then, oh, who's going to take it? And then it ended up, Miriam just absolutely beasted it. Took the win, really confident, super controlled run, really impressive to see. Took the win, and then when the last rider crossed the line, and then Miriam was like, I've won! No one went to her. Everyone ran too. Camille Blanche, she finished in 6th, which secured her the win. And I don't know how she did it. Like, a healthy human can barely ride down that track, and she broke her collarbone 3 and a bit weeks ago. Like, the resilience of Camille to do that and take the overall was super impressive and well deserved.
Well, I didn't rode much, so I did 4 laps, so it was, my shoulder was okay, but I could feel that I was missing a lot of strength for this track.
Yes, Kelly!
Sorry.
She's done it!
Thank you. Yeah, so like I didn't know if I could make it to the bottom. It was a nightmare, but I'm just so stoked I could hold on and make it to the bottom, and then even more stoked I finished also on a good note on the podium. And I just knew I wanted to be in 32, 31 at the bottom, and I was in 32, so I was like, not sure it will be enough for 4th, but I was happy about the time, so that's all that matters.
Got to mention, it'd be rude not to, the Scotsman, although he's Irish for tax reasons, Henry Carr, he was on for a podium. Would have been his best result ever, and he washed out on the last corner, the last right-hander, just went a little bit too inside into the gravel and laid it down. But I mean, I had to talk about him. Yeah, good show, Henry. Like, he'll be stoked to show he's got the speed going into next year, even if he did have the speed till the last turn. Like, oh Henry. Finn Isles did not race at this one due to his crash he had in World Champs. Sore head, sore neck, didn't want to risk it, so Amaury Pierron took the win. Series win. He had it in the bag, so we're like, right, here we go, victory lap in classic Pierron style. He should take the win. I had a little whoopsie. We didn't really see what happened. It was off camera. I went through the tapes and tumbled into view, but he's all fine. So he got down to the bottom. Series win for Amaury. I think that's his 2nd series win now. Very impressive. And on the day though, it was another Frenchman, Loris Vergier, who, when he's on form, like, he did a gap that I didn't think would even be possible. And even if it was possible, I didn't think it would be faster, but he made it work. And dude, his run was so sick to watch. So fast, looked really controlled, and came across the line, smoked it by 3 and a bit seconds. Like, unreal. And he is going to be absolutely stoked to finish the year as the strongest rider.
So like I was warming up and I was like, it obviously rained a bit, and I was like thinking about where I'm gonna put my wheels, and I was like, it's gonna be slippery. I was not confident because I didn't know what the condition would be like. And then I started putting my jam that I raced in Léger. I was like, okay, it's gonna be fine. You're gonna enjoy that run, and everything clicked. I was like wild but controlled, and I had some loose moment as always. But yeah, it definitely was on the bucket list to win in Val Di Sole, and yeah, looking forward to next year really.
And finally, last thing I want to say before we run for our flight that we're late for is, yeah, thank you very much, Rob Warner, for all that you've done for commentary, the sport, just the energy and the entertainment, the laughs, and the just epic moments that you've brought to the live feed over the years. It's hard to imagine downhill racing without you commentating, and yeah, I'm pretty gutted that you won't be doing it anymore, as I'm sure many others are. I'm excited to see what other projects you work on in the future. I'm sure we'll be tuning in because yeah, you are a master of the art, and yeah, you'll be missed at the World Cups.
All right, how are you? Yeah, amazing. You've done an absolute service to the sport, man.
Thank you.
How are you feeling at this point? You must be emotional.
Bit weird, yeah. But luckily I got more work to do, so we're all good.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got to go and do the prelims for tomorrow, so yeah. No, all good. It was a good race, wasn't it?
Yeah, unbelievable last one.
Yeah, well good. Yeah.
Unreal.
Yeah, enjoyed it. Good.
So what are you going to be working on like over the next little while?
We got loads of stuff coming. Yeah, there's a bit in the pipeline. We'll be back next year with a load of stuff. We've got Hardline next week, of course, as well. So that's going to be good. But yeah, no, we'll be back next year. I ain't even stressed on that.
Thanks, man.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, no, it's been good. I've enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Brilliant. But it ain't over. It's all
Yeah,
right.
it's not
We're
over.
carrying on. It's all
Carrying
good. All right. See you in a bit.
Cheers, man.
So yeah, that's it from all of us.
That's it.
That's all of it.
Done.
That's it.
We're finished.
We're going to go home and we're going to sleep for the first time in 6 months.
Wait. Typical family photo.
All in one big bed.
Family photo.
Family.
I've got
family photo.
Yeah.
One.
Yay! That's it. Hope you've enjoyed. That's been Pinkbike. We'll see you next year, hopefully.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.